Welcome back, fellow speculators, to the Speculator's Edge, where super performance begins and opportunities await. I'm your host, Lewis Berg. So this is going to be a market update. I'm going to go over the Dow Jones Industrials, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and also the Russell 2000, or the small caps. I'm going to also go over the volatility index. We're going to dive in, see what's going on with the market. Also, I'm going to show you where the sector and industry rotation is happening today, so where there is accumulation, or let's put it this way, institutional buying. I'm going to give you a stock today as well, or this evening, STIM. We'll go over the chart and everything and see, take a look as to what I'm looking at. Give you some risk management ideas and some position sizing ideas as well. So other than that, before we dive in, please subscribe if you haven't already. You can click on the TSE logo on the bottom right hand corner of this video. Like the video, leave a comment. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to help you. So thank you again for your support here. For your information, this video is for educational purposes only. Do your due diligence before venturing off into stocks. It is your duty to take responsibility for your own actions. So I'm not a financial advisor nor a broker, and I'm not endorsing these stocks or promoting these stocks. So other than that, take it with that and just trade accordingly and take responsibility for your own actions. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a move on. What we're going to do is we're going to go over the Dow Jones first. Of course, as you can see, we're still in this major uptrend, nice uptrend. We did have an accumulation today. Again, kind of a mild accumulation. Some selling, some distribution did happen a little bit within the stocks. So that is starting to pick up. Volume starting to pick up. So there has been high volume for the past 2 days. So volatility may pick up a little bit. But the other thing is my uptrend pressure ratio. The number today did decrease. So it did increase a little bit, or quite a bit, yesterday, but it has decreased dramatically today. So that's good to see. Also, the all-time highs list, stocks making all-time highs, is staying steady. Okay, so that is good to see. That's what we want to see. So it does bring stability. This rotation has been pretty broad, but other than that, there was some interesting things happening today. So I don't necessarily know as to what's going on, but I can get an idea just because of the sector rotation, industry rotation. Okay, and that's how you do it. You just follow the big money, and it'll actually tell you kind of what's going on. Probably it'll just tell you what's going on, okay, where the big institutions are putting their money at, just due to certain economic factors and stuff like that. Okay, so other than that, so like I said, Dow Jones in a massive uptrend here. We did touch that 20-day moving average, and we are closing below that 20-day moving average. So you could probably expect this to get down in this 50-day moving average, so around that $33,985 level. If it does surpass that, expect it down to this support around 33,500 on the Dow Jones. Okay, let's go look at the S&P 500 real quick. This one tried, I think it may have made new highs right here. Let me look here. At 4,257.16, and the highs was at 4,255.59. So we did reach new highs again in the S&P 500. That's good news right there. As long as it can hold that and keep pushing up, it'll be it'll be good. So other than that, if it does close below that 10-day moving average, or it touches it, expect it to get down to that 20-day moving average and so forth. Okay, so new highs in the S&P 500, great to see. Good job. The NASDAQ, of course, has been pushing. I did kind of call this one here yesterday as for it to turn around because of it hitting resistance as to where as to where it's at price wise. And that's what we got. So we did have a turnaround here. We can probably expect this to get down to the 50 or to the 10-day moving average right here. maybe, don't know, not for sure, but hopefully we can push up to new highs maybe by tomorrow or something. I don't know. You never know with this stuff. So I mean, it's just take it day by day, trade during the present. Don't get lost in the future and don't get pulled back in the past. Okay, just take trading day by day and just listen to the individual stocks as to what they're telling you. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on here to the small caps real quick, and let's look at that. Let's see here. We did have a decent day. We touched that 20-day line here. I figured that's what we would do, but we did come back a little bit. Maybe this will balance right here off this 20-day moving average and push up to new highs by the end of this week. That would be great to see with small caps. Also, let's go look at the volatility index as to what's really going on with this here. So I was correct on that analysis since we did put almost that double bottom in right there at around the 15.15. We did touch a new low yesterday, and it did come back. Like I said, there is high volume, but we are still in a mild accumulation. So it is defeating the distribution. So that's good, and that's good to see within the market, especially as we remain, in this uptrend. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Just get ready. It could, like I said, it could get volatile from here. Don't know that yet, but we are still at inflection points within the markets. Okay, so let's go look at at the sector rotation as to what's going on. We still, a little bit of utilities here. Nothing much, nothing dramatic, nothing like 2018. Okay, technology here. Still pushing pretty strong with that. We've got industrials still coming along here. Healthcare still pretty good. Here's the sector that was the beast today, was financials. Financials made, this was the headlines for sector rotation right there. Interesting. The reason why that's interesting, also discretionary is okay, but other than that, the reason could be behind the financials coming into play today. Maybe interest rates are rising a little bit, bonds may be falling off. I don't know that for sure. I haven't looked at the futures market, but that's what I can interpret by that. And so other than that, let's go look at the industry rotation. Let's see what's happening. So where the strongest industry is at right now. A little bit of software still. That's okay. A little bit of pharmaceuticals, medical equipment. Let's see here. So we do have some life insurance coming in here on that in the financials. Let's see here. A little bit of exploration production looking pretty good right here. TRCH, I'm going to give you a video here in just a little bit over when I traded TRCH. I traded at $2.60, and so I'm going to produce a video going over that, which is really exciting. Other than that, let's see here what else we have. Some rotation into a little bit of building materials. That's good. Biotechnology, of course, still strong. And your industry that's the strongest is banks. Lots of rotation. I've noticed that with these stocks, with the banks right now, what we're doing is we are going through secondary and some primary bases within these stocks. So they are actually consolidating pretty well, and they've had some massive volume. Okay, so there is a lot of institutional buying within these banks. A lot of that could be due to, like I said, interest rates on the rise and everything. These banks will be, they'll probably be producing some profits just due to those interest rates. Okay, so that all depends on the economy and, of course, the Federal Reserve as to what they do with their rates as well. Okay, so how they apply their rates. So that's the reason behind that. So let's go over a chart real quick. I did place a trade in this stock today, and I bought this stock around 1710. So of course it's down just a little bit to 1703, But the thing with this stock is that this is an absolute beauty right here. We do have our trend right here from low to high. We come in with the prior trend being prior trend, which equals greater than 25% from low to high. So we are in a nice stage 2 development right here. So as you can tell, let's see here, hold on 1 second. We are in a stage 2. I'll show you that real quick. As you can see with this right here and the shorter term moving averages being above the longer term moving averages, okay? Not only that, we're moving up with the 200-day and the 150 and the others and the 50 and the 20 and the 10, okay? They're moving up. That's good. We're placing our bets in momentum. So that's what you want to do here. So we are in a stage 2 uptrend here. As you can also tell with this stage 2, we do have some pretty large demand within here, also back here, pushing out of that stage 1 consolidation, and going into this stage 2, we do still have demand, okay? Also demand working out of this base here. So this base right here, how we're going to count this is going to be your secondary base, okay? Because your primary base comes right here. This is kind of like a double bottom or a cup with a handle right here going into the third base, okay, or the second base, the secondary base, okay? So other than that, the pattern that we get right here is we get a nice rounding bottom. So we get this base and pattern, and with this base is secondary. So let's see, so secondary base with a rounding bottom, okay? As you can tell, I do like these rounding bottoms. These rounding bottoms can produce a lot of profit when you watch it run up this right side. That's all you got to do is just follow the stock up the right side and place your stops accordingly. So, you know, as this is making this massive move right here on high volume, what you want to do is you want to just watch it, you want to watch this stock run up, okay? So right here, as it pulls back, if you're buying right here, you would have placed your stop, you know, somewhere in here, right here, and traded accordingly or position sized accordingly. And then also, as this starts moving up right here, buying happens. Let's say you buy, well, you would have placed your stop, you would have moved your stop up and placed more money in this stock right here on this low of this day right here. Okay, now as it moves up, let's say you're buying some more here, well, now you're going to place your stop right below here, below this low right here, okay? And you would have bought some more. As you're placing your stop, you're going to buy some more because it's making a high over this little consolidation, this little 4-day consolidation, okay? Nice tight range right here. Okay, so the next thing that we're doing is we're going to be looking at the price action. What's going on here? Well, we do have nice tight price action all in here, okay? And this is something that we look for. We look for that low volatility. So we get price, and we get low volatility within the base. So we get the low volatility. We also get we're pretty close to 52-week highs. The 52-week highs being at 22.43, but we are putting in what I call work. So price puts in work during this base, and what I mean by work is that this stock, as it's moving down, it's getting some buying off this 150, and then it's getting this buying off this 200-day. As you can tell, this is what I call work. This is, as you can tell, this price moves up really strong right here off this 200-day, okay? Tons of volume right here, good demand, massive demand, and it's just really working. It's starting to work off that 50-day, okay? That's what I call work. The stock puts in work. You want some hard work within these stocks, okay? You want to see that. It's like when you work, you know, you want to work hard, you want to do good, and that's what you want to show. So it's the same thing with the stock, the characteristic of the stock, okay? So not only that, like I said, near 52-week highs, not too far off from there, okay? So other than that, then what we're going to do is we're going to go look at volume. So let's go see what happens with volume within this base, okay, within this pattern. And I'm going to show you right here. We do have nice low volume happening and another nice low volume happening right here. Okay, so volume does decrease, and that's important. That's what we want to see. We want to see volume decrease, okay, as we go through that base, as we're making that base and, you know, developing the chart pattern, okay? And all chart patterns are just from human emotions, okay? That's proven fact. If you go back from, you know, since the market started, they found these types of patterns, okay? They could find these patterns, you know, humans could, because of the emotions within the market, okay? So the demand and supply forces at work create these patterns, okay? So other than that, volume decreases in base and starts increasing, starts to increase while putting in the work, okay? That's that's what we want to see. We want to see this demand. We want to see demand, okay? And that's what we get as this stock is making, you know, putting in its work. It's showing you demand, okay? There is demand. There's actually pretty heavy demand. And so anyway, that's what you want to see, because institutions are buying this stock. They're pushing it up, okay? So now the super pivot, as to what I call the super pivot, where the resistance line, the true resistance line gives out, is going to be more in this area right here, okay? This is where your resistance is. Not only that, you have another resistance line right here at around, you know, 1550 or so, and this is really where this super pivots, where the super pivots come in, okay? So practically, I want to say that it's breached more at $17, okay? So the super pivot was breached a couple of times, okay? And so super pivot equals super pivot breached at $17. It's always good to have those rounding numbers. Those are usually psychological levels within, you know, like 17, 1750, 18. Those are usually pretty good psychological levels, okay, within the market, where you're going to get some resistance or support, okay? So, but other than that, I mean, we're popping out of this top right here, out of this day right here, which was pretty heavy, decent volume, okay, above average. And it's popping out of that, and it didn't close above that, but it did close above the highest close within this realm right here. That's what we want to see, okay? Not only that, you know, we're closing above this guy right here, the high of this guy right here. That's good. That's showing what do you call it? It shows that it's holding that resistance, okay? That's what you want to see. So hopefully the next phase that we can get up to is around this 21 to $22 level, okay? That's the target. So if you place your stop here at the low here, you should have, or even the low of today, then you should be making some money on this stock, okay? By the time it goes, okay? So other than that, what else we're looking at is we're looking at the performance, and this is a high alpha name, okay? This is a really strong stock right here, okay? According to the you know, against the components of the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, okay? So, but other than that, I'm going to go ahead and place, because I didn't do my chart here. This is usually what I do when I buy a stock. I go in and I say, you know, this is where I bought here. You know, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there and make that note. Bought here. That way I can go back and you know, look at it and observe it a little bit more but as to what I did. So that kind of helps check me as to what I'm doing when I'm buying. So kind of a check and balance with me. Other than that, I keep this in a chart list, which is the portfolio charts, annotations. These are the stocks that I bought, and I pay attention to that list because a lot of these stocks that I bought are near 52-week highs or all-time highs, and I see a lot going on with that. I can also get another buy-in with it or whatever if it's doing really well percentage-wise and volume-wise. So, but other than that, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. Just trade accordingly. Be safe. Like I said, we're at major inflection points here. Hopefully, the growth stocks like NASDAQ can pick up and make new highs. We did make new highs, of course, in the QQQ, which is the ETF of the NASDAQ. But other than that, with the S&P 500 making new highs, that's good to see, okay? And small caps starting to come back right here, catch some balance. So this is good. Just trade accordingly, manage your risk appropriately, and position size as well appropriately, okay? So I want to thank you for watching and supporting TSE. I hope you enjoyed the video, found it informative, educational. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment, like the video. If you have any questions, please ask. I'll be more than happy to help you. Other than that, I want to thank you again for watching. And here at TSE, we trade in the present, study the past for knowledge, and follow the process of trading to build our future. So opportunities awaits, my friends. I'll see y'all tomorrow.